Holy crap, I'm already live. Hey guys. For those of you who are watching after, just got home. I left the house here. It's 8:40 p.m. What's up, Brad? Bradley? Wyatt? About 8:30-ish. I got about 30 minutes before I have to go tuck my girl in. And what I was going to show you guys, I refinished a couple knives, and it's not so much the refinishing too. Hey, what's up, Chris? I did refinish. If you follow my Instagram, you already saw it. This I did fire and brimstone. It's not gonna come out real clear. Let's turn the camera around so you can see it. I'm really happy with how this came out. Let's tip this down and flip the camera around. Fine. Same way I left this black, but then I did kind of a mottled purplish bronze on the spine here, and that bit of the this was done intentional. The pocket clips even been done. Pulled everything else out. In the video, hang on a second. Let me get this turned back around. So that, and then I did patinaed copper on this one. I come out real well. I'm going to put up pictures of this one too. What I really want to talk about, this motherfucker is horribly ground. This looks like somebody, I don't know if any of you guys remember, when I was a kid, there used to be on the back of the can opener a grinding wheel. You pull a thing through it, and if you left the knife in one spot too long, it would leave a low spot. Your blade would look like that. They were horrible. This thing looks like it's been sent through one, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I really don't like this knife. It's way smaller than it needs to be. The blade is way narrower. There's a whole lot of room in here for more blade. That's my big thing. I'm a big blade to handle ratio kind of guy. I like a knife where there's almost as much blade as there is handle. That's why I like my N-Tac so much. Well, I like most of the ferrite. That's one of the main reasons that I like ferrum forged so much. Huge. They're really consistent about I had to link and hawk it. It was driving me nuts. Really consistent. Almost 1-to-1 with most ferrum forged knives. Blade to handle ratio. This is not. It is absolutely not. Yeah, usually the live feeds start out kind of. Fuck you, Jake. Jake, you send me your knives, guess what? They're going to go for a ride. My butt crack before they go back. So, no, I spent the morning. I sharpened a bunch of stuff. I got a bunch of stuff done. And then I went up to Elliot's shop. And I did some anodizing. I did some ceramic coating and stuff for you guys that have sent me stuff. And so I just got home. You get the handle. Which new ferrum forged mass drop knife? Because there isn't one. There isn't a new ferrum forged mass drop knife. There is a new ferrum forged pro line. That has nothing to do with mass drop. Oh, did they drop the buck? Well, if they dropped the Buccaneer, then yes, I have got to handle it. I just didn't realize they had. I carried it about 6 months ago. And yes, if they announce a drop, then I will do a video. I'll ask Elliot if I can borrow the proto for a video. Maybe I'll shoot that video this weekend. Yes, I have carried the Buccaneer. This is the worst ground. What's it like? Well, it's got a handle, and it's got a blade. It's got a pocket clip, and it has a backspacer, a full backspacer, and it's made out of steel, and it's flipper. My least favorite knife of all time. Currently, this fucking one. But I can tell you when it finally hits, it's going to be anything Paulo Blazano does. That's going to be my least favorite knife. Because that ham-handed fucking ass clown should never, ever make a knife. And he puts stuff up. Like Elliot and I talk about, Elliot hates him too. He puts stuff up. Well, I shouldn't say Elliot hates him because that's a strong word. Elliot just doesn't like, but he puts stuff up that, you know, it's obvious he does not know what the fuck he's talking about. Like he was talking about tapping blind holes and how it's a fucking way, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And Elliot and I were like, that's fucking stupid. That's just the way you make knives. That's not a laziness thing. That's just an engineering thing that you do. Yeah, so did I, Jake. Hi, Tiger. It's raining. Cat came in. He's just stringing his sucker fans along. Trying to... Yeah, he's never... Somebody asked me, they're like, oh, well, you're starting your business. Why don't you do it on Kickstarter? Da, 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 da. And I'm like, because I don't want to be associated with people like fucking Paulo Blazano. Honestly, I mean, the thing is, Paulo Blazano goes online and he puts out, you know, hey, he put out a bunch of stuff. I have made more knives in the last 2 months. And granted, they're not fucking complicated. They're nothing like that. I've made more knives in the last 2 months than that motherfucker has made in the last 2 years. If he would just come out and tell everybody, hey, I fucking stole your money. Give up on it. You know? He is the new Jay Davis. So I don't know if you guys ever remember. You can ask Jake. I'm fucking censoring myself, Chris. So I called him out. Go look him up. Jay Davis was a knife guy, had a knife channel like me, started making knives, and then took a bunch of people's money and disappeared. I think he... I got a Miller Lite out here. Did he pay them all back? Because I heard that he did not pay them back. I already took all their money and left. No, I do not like Paulo Blazano. I did not partake today. I had a lot of stuff to do. I don't know if you guys saw earlier, this is an IKBS knife. I was gonna shoot a video of me putting it back together, but it's hard enough to put one of these back together by yourself, let alone being distracted by fucking 40 other people. So if any of you guys have ever wondered, the ceramic coating on these is thin enough that you don't have to retap, you don't have to take a tap and clean out holes, you don't have to worry about if you get it down in the pivot hole or any of that, you don't have to worry about coating the spots where, you know, your lock bar interface. It is no problem No, that's not how. Cody, if you've ever taken apart AKBS, this is a Boker Burnley Quaken that I refinished. I did ceramic coating on, did black on the actual frame because it is a frame lock. It's a frame lock with overlays, titanium overlays, steel frame lock with titanium overlays. So I did ceramic and black on the blade, tumble, and then I did black and ceramic on the blade, and I did on the actual frame. I did black ceramic. I did a bronzish purple on the with orange peel on the back spacer. And yes, your Steelcraft Bodega definitely was my KBS. These things are a fucking nightmare. And they're not that expensive. I think they're like right around $100 or something. I call that my fire and brimstone because there's black and devilly looking stuff on it. I told Chris I was gonna call it the Bible Belt finish, you know, fire and brimstone, and he was like, "Yeah, why don't you call it the Baptist?" And I was like, "Yeah," and then I was like, "Yeah, no, I don't think it's a good idea. I don't want to offend. I don't want to offend a bunch of my proposed possible customers by, you know, offending them." So I decided against adding any religious connotation. So it is just the fire and brimstone. I would have called it, I thought about devilish. It's the first one I've done like that. So, you know, how much it costs to coat it? For this guy, I'm not gonna lie, this guy is a return customer. He's done a lot. He sent me a whole bunch of stuff. I didn't charge him what I would normally charge as much. You guys know Dwayne. Plus, yesterday was his birthday. So, kind of as a birthday present, I let him get away with that one for $100. So, something like, if it's IKBS, I got to do that. And you got to remember, so this is not a simple knife. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 separate components that need to be coated and then tumbled and then recoated, and then I have to put all of those bearings. There are 21 on each side. So 21 bearing, 20 little tiny bearings that are individually not captured that you have to put in individually on each side of that. So 42 total bearings. I did a Sith. You can almost call that Sith, but here's the good thing. The boys have a Sith knife that they did, so. And then I started on this. I don't know if I'm going to get to that. Oh, I remember what I was going to do. I smoked too much pot, I think, because I forget things. Let's see, I got a knife in my pocket. I'll use this. No, I did not add a logo. I do not add logos to someone else's knives. Yes, Jay, I have. Okay, everyone, if you ever ask if I've handled any Ferrum Forged knife, prototype, anything, the answer is always going to be yes. This came to me from Tyler Hutchinson. And I do believe, this is my handy dandy fancy gift that I got. Nope, I don't put any logos on anything I did not make. It's unscrupulous, and I think it's almost as bad as counterfeiting. Putting my logo or putting a logo on a knife that somebody else made. Let's see. This actually for as crappy as it is and stuff like that, it is it's pretty comfortable, to tell you the truth. I initialed a knife for a guy because he asked me. He asked me to, and I said, okay, I will initial a knife I modified for him. Oh, I hate these things. Jeebus Christ. There we go. We got it open. So what is in this is a Horizon Reat Horizon D, just like mine, I imagine, I think. We're going to see. It might be full tie. If it's full tie, I can do all kinds of crazy stuff. It is full tie. So, this is a knife just like mine, except it's full titanium. I know that Bob had an idea what he wanted me to do with some stuff that's colored. I have another knife for that. This is going to get that my Horizon D get the shit polished out of it. It's going to get, I'm going to take the blue. This is the way mine came. Mine came with blue hardware and blue space, and then the titanium was just raw. But my show scale is carbon fiber. This is going to look just like mine, and I'm going to put it up for auction. I'm going to work on it. This will be bronze, gold bronze. I'm going to polish the shit out of all of these parts, and I'm going to put it back together. I'm going to cut in a notch. I'm going to cut in a full choil, and I'm going to auction this. So this is going to start. Let me know what you guys think. For something like this that's been fully refinished and everything, what do you think? You think it's going to be, do you think asking starting price auction of 4 is too much for this? Because all the proceeds, I'm not keeping any of this. All of the proceeds for this are going to go to Bob over at Helltown Knives for his fight with cancer. We're going to do this knife. If I'm going to do this, it's going to have to start at least 4. So this is brand new. It was still in the bag. This thing was still in the bag. Yeah, just to start. And I'm going to do the auction, and we're going to talk about that. So yeah, I'm going to do this, and I have another knife that I'm going to do. It's never been sharpened. I don't see any. There's not a single snail trail on this. Not a one. This is a full Horizon. This is a Horizon. No, this is a Horizon D. This isn't a mini. It's the same size as mine. It was still in this. Yeah, they all have that. And it even came, yep, just like mine, came with all the extra hardware. So let's see here. This has got to have been made at the same time mine was. Oh, look. I got snacks. Packing peanuts. So that's going to happen. I'm going to finish these knives. I got knives that I'm hungry. I need anything. So I've got these knives finished sharpening tonight, but we got about 4 minutes before I have to go tuck my daughter in because she has to go to bed. So we're going to get off of here. I may jump back on here, finish sharpening, but in all likelihood, got it. So, I do it for shock value. It's a joke. A lot of companies have switched to these natural packing peanuts. So they take this cornstarch and things like that and extrude it just like a corn puff. But they take out any food value. No. They take out any food value. And they just basically make it into it, extrude it out just like you would a corn puff. But so it won't attract bugs or ants or rats or anything because there's no food value in it. And they had switched to these a few years ago. The Navy switched to them. And I had just started seeing them, and we would get stuff come in, shipments of stuff, and the guys would get the box, and they'd be all, I was like, cool, we got supplies. The guys like, yeah, and we'd pull everything out, and I was like, great. And I'd pull the box, and I'd start eating them, and the guys were like, because they'd never seen them. They'd never seen that they were made out of corn proteins and corn starches, and I would eat them, and the guys were like, what the fuck is he made of? Why does it sound like I'm hearing explosions? So anyway, my guys are like, oh my God. And you got to remember, I'm 6'3". At the time, I was like 245, and I worked out constantly. My guys were already scared of me, and they were like, what the fuck? That dude's not fucking human. He's eating styrofoam. That's what they thought anyway. I was just eating corn puffs. Well, guys, I'm going to go tuck her in. I might do this again. But I really do need this thing's horrible. Here, let me see if I can get this in and show you. I've been working on this for a while now, a bit, and usually I'd be farther. Can you guys see? It's all ground in, and then up here, same thing at the front. It almost looks like I'm thinking ZT may have hired the same guy that does Benchmade's knives. Do you see that, where it's all recurved down in? This guy already paid me, though. That's the problem. He already paid me, or I'd charge him extra. No, I wouldn't do that. I mean, I would, but already paid me. Oh, there we go. He already paid me because I want to get this out in the mail as soon as possible. This little fucking stubby bitch, I don't even fucking like it. I like Les George knives. I love Les George knives. And I don't like this one. I don't like that. I don't know what he was thinking when he did this. So, all right, guys, I gotta go and tuck her in. You guys have a good evening. I may do this, like I said, I'm gonna be out here for a while. I'm gearing up for an evening of this. So, I'll probably do this after, but I really want to wait. This isn't a cheap knife. This is a fucking ZT 0900 Les George design. These aren't cheap. They aren't cheap. It's like a dialed down version of some of his other knives. It's just, I mean, it's not uncomfortable. It's just they could have been so much better. And it was so fucking plain Jane. Before I mean, it was just bare titanium with zero tolerance on the front. You know what? Better stop before I offend somebody. Like I upset Lynn Thompson that time when I called him out for... I called him out. I upset Lynn Thompson enough that he called me out in one of my videos in the comments. And then I'm pretty sure he's the reason that video is demonetized. Because that's the only video I have that I've looked through that I can't find a reason why it'd be demonetized, except the fact that Lynn Thompson, the owner and president of Cold Steel Knives, commented on my video about how he didn't like the fact that I called their quality control into question. It's the only thing I could think. Later, guys. I'll be back at this here in a little bit. I just got to tuck her in and spend some time with her. Later.